Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with you a tutorial, and this is a tutorial with a slight twist. So a couple of days ago I did 2 eyeshadow tutorials. This is going to be more of a, well, I'm testing out a brush set which is brand new to me, and it is the Champagne Collection 4-piece brush set with the holder. This is what the packaging looks like. So it is the clear packaging, and this is from tanbeauty.com. It's made from Makeup Revolution, and the brush set looks like this. So I thought it's absolutely gorgeous, so I had to try it. So you get obviously this holder which looks like a coil, and it does move, and then you have the base. So the base there, it is really ingenious. Obviously you don't have to keep this brush set in there, but it really does work very well. The brush set themselves consists of I'm going to use this for blush today, but obviously you can use it for powder and all sorts of things. It is one of those really handy brushes that you can grab for a lot of things. They are incredibly soft, absolutely gorgeous. It's very fluffy, but also there's a lot of bristles, so it's ideal for powder, gorgeous, or in this case blush. The next one, now I'm really intrigued to use this because I love the fan brush from NYX, and obviously I'm always looking to try new brushes as well, and I thought that this one would be really gorgeous. And I'm just having a look. It doesn't actually say on either of these first 2 brushes, it doesn't say like a number or anything like that. It just has Makeup Revolution printed there in rose gold, and then you obviously have the champagne handle. Now the reason I was drawn to another brush set is because obviously recently I have tried and tested the Unicorn's Dream brush set, and I was so impressed with that. It is so gorgeous. Not only does it look stunning, but it really does work and do the job as well. So I thought I had to test this, and this one obviously I'm going to use for contour, so I'm really intrigued how that one is going to work. Now these ones I'm going to are the eye brushes from the collection. I've already used them to do this look here, and what I found out so far, and obviously I will share more information as I go along and do the other eye, but this one is really invaluable. It is so good to get into there and blend that out. I really love this. It's quite flat, but also you can use it to blend. It is, well, I think a very multitasking brush. Love that one. And then the last one, the smallest one, is more rounded, so it's a small rounded brush, and this one I've got right into the crease with this and blended out the colours there. Another invaluable brush that I can see me using a lot. So that's what I wanted to share with you first of all. Obviously I'm going to use 2 palettes to create this look. I think I mentioned that at the beginning, but yeah, I'm going to use 2 of the new Amplified 35 palettes to create this look, because I really wanted to create a dusky rose kind of look. And so the palettes that I'm going to use, first of all, I'm going to use Luxe, which has got some beautiful pink tone shimmers. So I can't wait to share with you what shade I used from that palette. Gorgeous. I love that palette because you've got that bottom row full of mattes, and the rest of the collection is dedicated to shimmers, and I think that palette Luxe is really invaluable. It's a gorgeous, it's just one, and I've mentioned this a couple of times now, it's one of those palettes that you can pack very happily if you only can take one palette away with you, for example on holiday, and you'll be really happy with that because you've got the base colours at the bottom row, the matte shades, and then you've got so much variation of shimmer. The next one is Dynamic, which has become one of my favourites from the collection. In this one you've got those bright purples, you've got muted more duskier purples, you've got dusky roses, you've got more of the natural neutral shades here, and it is just a stunning palette. Love them. So what I'm going to do first of all is start off with the more of the flat champagne brush. I'm only using one other brush today, and obviously I'll share that with you. I really wanted to test out these brushes. So the first shade I'm going to use is, I think, my favourite shade from the Dynamic palette, and it is called Trendsetter, and it is a dusky, gorgeous dusky rose colour, which I will just swatch. So that is Trendsetter. So it's like a dusky rose with a tiny hint of purple in there. So I've popped that on that brush, and then I'm just going into the crease and then take that. And what I like about this is that you can go into the crease, so use it that way, and then turn it around to then blend out that colour. So as you would have heard me say throughout other tutorials, I always start off with a tiny bit of these shades, these eyeshadows, because they are so pigmented, and I'm getting so many comments from people who have purchased these palettes as well, and that is what you are finding too. They are just gorgeous palettes. Now I'm taking this colour very high on the eye, near enough right up to the brow, and just leaving a tiny bit of the brow bone. These eyeshadows, they really do blend extremely well, and I just love them. So that's that one. Then I'm going to move on to my second brush, the round-ended brush, and I'm going to go into Ruler, which is extremely dark, an extremely dark purple. It's like a browny purple, I suppose. Absolutely stunning. So there's that one. What the name did I say it was? Ruler, that's it. I'm still not used to these palettes completely, and there's 7 palettes with 35 names in them, so it's a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to dip that brush in again very lightly, and then go into the crease. And then take that up, because what I really liked this brush, it's quite dense. And it really is good because on this side I did like a V, and this brush is really good for highlighting anything that you want to highlight. So for example, I wanted to highlight this section here and do it more in a V rather than too soft, you know, blended, and this brush was incredibly good for that. It blends the eyeshadow really well, but not only that, it is just fantastic. I love it. So I'm just blending that. Now what I'm going to do is go back to the first brush, and I want to blend that a little bit. So I'm getting more of the first colour, which is Trendsetter, and I'm just going to blend over the top of that, because yes, it has given me that gorgeous V that I wanted with that purple, but I don't want it too harsh. I want it to be nice and blended. Perfect, I think. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of white to that, or cream, and that is the shade Star. And I'm just going to go under the brow bone. Now what I also want to do is, it's still a little bit not as blended as this side, so I'm going to get Suede, which is this shade here, Suede, which is another, well, this is a dusky rose, this one, and I'm going to just go over the top. This is exactly what I did on the other eye. A little bit more of that star. Then I'm going to bring that down. Blend that all in. This side always looks a little bit darker because the light hits me on the wrong side. So I'm just blending that in. Lovely. So that's lovely and blended. And all I did with that is take a little bit more of star and made sure that that was incredibly blended. Like I say, these are so pigmented that, yeah, I'm finding it still, you know, it's not something that I'm totally used to yet, but I'm absolutely loving these eyeshadows. Now also what I wanted to do is just tidy up along this line here. So I've got what I used to conceal with. I've got a little bit of concealer left where I tidied up my brows this morning, so I'm just going to just sharpen up that edge. Very, very gently, and that then tidies that area up really, really well. Perfect. Now I want to go under the eyes, and the shade that I'm going to use is the first shade, so that was Trendsetter. So I'm just going to pop this, and this is the only other brush that I'm using today out of that collection. Actually, I didn't do that. Let me just start again, because that was used for something totally different. Let me just clean that off. I picked up, that's it, I went with this brush. So the first brush, still the same shade though, Trendsetter, and I must admit that this brush worked really, really well to get under the eye. So I'm just going to do that now. And because of the width of it, it really did, there was no, it was like, it blended it really well as putting that product on, because usually I'll have to use that brush I just showed you, the Primark brush, and then perhaps use another brush to blend it. But with these, it is perfect to do that. So like I said, it is a multitasking brush. Then I got a little bit of the ruler colour, this one in the middle, a little bit of that, and just did the outer. So adding a little bit of depth there. And then this is where I used this brush. So this is, like I say, the only one that I'm using out of the collection. It's the PS Pro Shading Eye Brush, and I used, in fact, I've already missed out a step. I'm getting so carried away. Now we're on to the shimmer. So this is the exciting bit. I love this bit. So obviously we've added all the depth and so forth, and I used, out of the Luxe palette, the shade Pick and Mix. And I'll just swatch this one for you. So this is Pick and Mix, gorgeous pink tone that really complemented the rest of the eye colours. So I went all along the lid with that, and I'm using my finger today because I don't want to use any other brushes apart from the ones that I've shown you. I would usually use the Unicorn's Dream, but obviously I don't want to confuse the issue with the brushes today. I could, if I wanted, if I hadn't used that before, I could have used this one. I think this one would do really well, but obviously I'm using that for the matte shades. So I took that all across the eye, and I really, really love this colour. It's like a cranberry. So that's that. Now what I want to do is just deepen up the outer half of the eye, and I'm going to go back in with ruler with that rounded brush again and just deepen that outer like that. Then I'm going to get this brush, third time lucky, and I'm going to go in the Luxe palette, and it is Low Key, which is a stunning champagne. It's like a champagne peachy pink colour. It is gorgeous. Out of the Luxe palette, that is one of my favourite of the lighter shades, and I'm just going to add that to the inner corner, and then I'm going to take that all the way round and just blend it into the pink colour. So that's the eyeshadows added. Now I want to add mascara, and again I'm using the Nip and Fab mascara in the shade Black. So I'm just going to add that for you. So that's the mascara added, and I'm glad I didn't do the same as I did with this eye. Somehow I got it on my hand and then put it all over my forehead. So I'm really glad that I didn't do that time. Now I want to add the contour, and as usual I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Renaissance Glow palette. Gorgeous, I love this. So I'm now going to test out I would say the contour brush. So I'm just going to add that product, and I'm just going to do the forehead. Actually, this is really good for actually adding that. You can see that's really worked well actually. So I'm just going to bring that down. And then I'm going to contour. This is such a dense brush, it is amazing. The fan brush that I use is very, very good for blending that out, but you can see that that has given me a brilliant line there. Obviously I don't want that line there, I want to blend it out a little bit more. That is absolutely stunning. I'm so pleased that I've tried this brush out. It is amazing. I love that. Perfect. Obviously I'm going to do the other side. That is fantastic. So it really gives you that line, but then it is also dense enough for you to blend it out. So it just takes me a few moments to get it exactly how I want it. The line on it is really, really good, but I do tend to like it a little bit higher, so I'm just blending that all in. That is really good. So now I'm going to swap over to the really fluffy brush. I'm just going to, I think I may have come down a little bit far. So I'm just using my foundation brush, although it's not got too much foundation on, because I am still using that silicone sponge, and I must admit I'm really, really liking it. That's better. Now I'm going to use the powder brush, or in this case it's the blusher brush, and I'm going to be using this palette, and it's the Freedom Pro Blush and Highlight Palette, Peach Spice and Medium Contour. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to use this peachy shade here. Really, really loved this yesterday when or the day before, when I put that on. I'm just swirling that brush in. Now, it's very, very pigmented, so I'm just tapping off any excess. It is so fluffy. It is amazing. I think I might have to get used to that contour brush a little bit more. I think that's a little bit harsh, the lines for me, but yeah, I'm really loving it. I mean, to be honest, if you like a good contour, you're going to love that brush. I think it's fantastic. Very, very good. Love that. Love the blush. Now for the highlight. I don't think I've brought my highlight brush down. No, I haven't. I think what I'll do is I'll just use the fluffy brush just to put a little bit of highlight on from the Renaissance Glow palette. I know that obviously I'm showing you these. I know it's annoying because they are out of stock of these at the moment, but I have been assured that these will be making a comeback onto the Tan Beauty website very, very soon. So that's why I am sharing it with you, because although yes, you can't get it at the moment, as far as I'm aware, but it will be making a comeback very, very soon. So you know, it's not that it's sold, you know, it's not like that it's not going to be coming back, because it is. Wow, that has really done well. I know it's more blown out because obviously it's a fluffy brush, but yeah, amazing. Love, love, love those brushes. I think I might even put a little bit more blush on. That's better. Lovely. And then of course the lipstick that I'm wearing it's the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in Androgyny. So I'm wearing that because obviously I wanted a dark plum pink toned lipstick. So I'm loving that. The brushes, I must say, stunning. I'm really pleased that I've got these. Gorgeous. Love the fact that they also come in a holder. Love it. Love the whole concept of that. So there you have it, my pink, dusky rose eye look, testing out those brushes as well. I hope you found that helpful. If you're either looking to purchase one or two of those new palettes from Makeup Revolution, and of course if you're then looking for a new brush holder, fantastic. I love them. And I really like the idea of that holder. I think that's going to look really, really good on my tabletop. So obviously I'll put all the prices down below for you and the links and so forth. Thumbs up if you found that helpful, or you just want to support me, and subscribe to watch further videos and tutorials. And if you want to, do select that notification bell as well, and that will then notify you of any further videos that I upload, which usually is on a daily basis. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, thank you. Bye.